Hi, this is E.T., and this is Dianabol, which in 1960 became the first openly marketed anabolic steroid. It quickly became de rigueur among athletes and bodybuilders. It was followed in subsequent years by other oral and injectable steroids tailored for competitors in different sports. The so-called golden era of strength and physique, in fact in all sports, begins with this anabolic powerhouse of the early 1960s. But the earlier pre-steroid era, a silver age if you will, say from 1945, the end of World War II, to the early 1960s, is the primary focus of this channel, and will show that with good nutrition and progressive resistance and endurance training, that both strength and endurance can be achieved in a natural way. Now that said, it is possible that some athletes of this pre-1960s period could have used synthetic testosterone. It was developed in Germany in the 1930s. It was administered to soldiers during the war, but it is unlikely that it was widely available or in fact much known about in the United States. So it is fair in my opinion to assume that what records were broken, what physiques were developed, were legitimate, in other words, natural. The Silver Era produced many improvements in physical culture, including physique development, including endurance and strength performances. Here are some examples. This is basketball great Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain not only set a record by getting 100 points in a single game, he ran the 100-yard dash in under 11 seconds. He threw the shot put over 56 feet. He won the high jump several times in national competition. He was, according to Meadowlark Lemon of the Harlem Globetrotters, the strongest athlete who ever lived. Here's Dr. Roger Bannister. In May of 1954, Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. He did it while pursuing a degree in neurology. His record stood for only a few weeks as others, pursuing new and better training, cut even more time off that mile. Others that I've spoken about in other videos, Jack LaLanne, Roy Hilligan, and Marvin Eder, developed phenomenal strength drug-free. The point is this. These and other athletes of the pre-steroid period, the Silver Era, built healthy, powerful bodies with record-breaking strength and endurance, capable of functioning in both competition and real-world work. Example, John Grimmick, Olympic lifting champion, first worked in the steel mills. Roger Bannister, who I just mentioned, was in the intensive part of his medical training as a neurologist when he broke that 4-minute mile record. This list could go on and on. Most important, these men remained for the most part healthy into old age. Jack LaLanne in his 60s was pulling boats full of people from Alcatraz Island to Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. He died at age 96 of pneumonia. Roy Hilligan was setting records too, well into old age. He died at age 85, but that was from a blood clot following a fall. Both Marvin Eder and Dr. Bannister are still alive today in mid-October 2018. This list, too, goes on and on. Men who retained strength and fitness, men who engaged in a lifetime of work without the kinds of drugs that are correlated directly to some chronic diseases and early death. Drugs that shrink the testicles, rendering them in some instances non-functional, and produce results only in the short run. These men and some women of the Silver Era achieved what they did by scheduled progressive training, by proper nutrition, and rest. All of those three, coordinated by the athlete's understanding, his listening to his own body, informing him of what and when to eat, how much sleep, how much time between workouts. All that is necessary for that natural testosterone production and thus more intense exercise. This is E.T. Leave your comments below. Do subscribe.